everybody, it's Miss Jen, and today I have a fun literacy activity for you to do along with me. First, let's gather some materials. In today's literacy activity, we are going to be searching through magazines or newspapers or any types of old mail to find letters that go in our name. This is what you need for this activity. A piece of paper that you're going to attach all the letters to. Something to write your name with, something to cut the letters out with. Maybe you can rip them, but I'm choosing to use a pair of scissors. Something to attach the letters with, like a glue stick or some tape. And then these are some ideas for some materials that you might be able to find some letters in. Old paper that you don't need anymore. Newspapers. Catalogs, junk mail, more junk mail catalogs, and old magazines. First step, I'm going to write my name. Now, rather than writing just Miss Jen, I'm going to really challenge myself. I'm going to write Jennifer, my full name. I'm already across the top, so I have room to glue letters in the bottom. I have a couple of letters in my name that show up twice. I have 2 E's and 2 N's. So I really want to challenge myself and find twice as many of those letters as I do the J, the I, the F, and the R. Which letter do you think is going to be the most tricky for me to find? So I'm going to look for the letters first. I'm going to line them up, and then I'm going to glue them down after. So while I'm looking for my letters, I want you to be looking for your letters. I have on some working music, and I'm going to start in the newspaper because right away I see an N. N down, and I also see an E over here. Sometimes it's tricky to find letters because maybe you're looking for a capital letter and you see a lowercase letter, or maybe you're looking for a lowercase letter and you see a capital letter. So you have to look pretty hard. I know that I need another E. And I see some letters I need down here. So I'm going to come down here and cut off this headline. I made it easier for myself. I just cut the headline out. So I see an R. Oh, this is interesting. I see an R and an E next to each other. Maybe I'll just use those two for my E and my R here. Here's an R. E. And I think I'm going to challenge myself and I'm going to look somewhere else for some of these other letters. I'm going to look, here's an ad in my junk mail. Oh, I like this E better. think I'm going to replace this E. I'll put this one here. I want to use this E. And let's see if there's anything in this junk mail that I want to use. Some fancy F's. I'm going to look here. Oh, here is an F that I want to use. I'm going to cut that F out. I'm going to look in this paper. Oh, here's a good N right here. And an I. I like how big that I is. I'm going to use that I. And I like to trim the letters out so you can get around them a little better. I'm going to look in my magazine now. Oh, I see. I see an N that I want to use to go right here. Oh, I found a nice E that I'm going to use. I like that E in the word basement-y. I'm going to cut that out. So far I found E-N-N-I-F-E-R. I've actually found a lot of E's. I have all these extra E's over here too. So the tricky one for me to find is this J. I'm gonna have to look really hard for this J. So I'm still on the hunt for that J, and I think that I'm going to look now in the newspaper. And I'm hoping I'll find a headline that has a big J in it. So I'm going to pull it back over here. Open it up. So many letters, still no J's. Oh. I found a small one. This newspaper was from Valentine's Day, and there was lots of talk about jewelry. So I found a J, a very small one, in the name of a jewelry store. It is so much smaller than my other letters. Oh my goodness, look at that J next to that giant, giant E. I'm gonna look one more time in the paper, see if I can find another J. Found a few more J's. I wonder if these are going to be any bigger. I really don't want to use these ones though, because these are lowercase J's, and I was hoping I'd find a capital J. I guess it is a little bigger though, so we're going to switch it out. All right, I'm going to get ready to do some gluing. I've moved all my letters down a little bit, and I'm going to put some glue on each spot to attach the letters. And this was just the way that I chose to do it. Perhaps you want to be gluing as you're finding letters. There we go. Those ones are all glued down. So once you've found all your letters, there's a couple of things you could do. You could try to find more letters that are in your name, such as keep going with those E's, or you could look for some other letters that you really like. For example, I really like these purple letters, so maybe, even though I don't have a W, I'm going to collect the W down here. Or you could just choose to be done at this point. I hope you had some fun collecting some letters that belong in your name. And if you want to challenge yourself to really do this and really explore, I challenge you to try to find all the letters in the alphabet. Which letter do you think is going to be the trickiest to find?